Hey everyone, this is Chris with CricketUsers.com. We're a website for Cricket wireless users. We're not affiliated with Cricket Wireless or Leap. However, we do provide a lot of resources and flashing devices and other information about Cricket Wireless. Today what we have in front of us is the Sprint Motorola Photon 4G. We went out and bought one to see if we could flash it, and it's kind of above our level, and there will probably never be an easy solution for everyone or the general public to fully flash the device. However, we're going to pass it on to one of our devs and see if he can come up with anything. Yeah, that's the disappointing thing, because I was going to change over from my Evo 3D and use the Photon for a little while. We thought it would flash over like most of the Motorola Droid phones. Comes in a little square box, user manual, USB cord, charger, pretty much the typical stuff that you'd see with a Motorola device and a cell phone in general. Anyways, let's move on to the device. Comes with the battery out. You'll have to take that out and put it in there. Comes with this little screen cover. Everything else is covered up. On the back is an 8 megapixel camera and 2 LEDs for the flash. Right now we've got that blue plastic cover over it. This comes with a blue plastic cover. It's the kickstand. It's not adjustable. That's the angle that it's at. One thing we noticed is that the charge port is on the bottom, so if you're using the kickstand, you won't be able to charge it. Looks like there's some notification LEDs up top, along with the VGA front-facing camera, speaker, mic, 4 capacitive touch buttons. Looks like a mic hole right there, speaker phone. Looks like another mic hole right there. 3.5mm headphone jack up top, along with the power button. On the right side, here's the volume rocker up and down, and a dedicated camera button. On the other side, you have the USB port and the micro HDMI port. Let's look under the cover. Here, I think this is a 1700 milliamp hour battery. Let me verify that real quick. It does have this is a 4.3 inch QHD, which is 960 by 540 screen. Yeah, it is a 1700 milliamp hour battery. It claims 10 hours of talk time on CDMA and 10.4 hours on GSM. Standby times are listed at 8.3 days and 12.2 days respectively, but pretty much you'd have to be doing just about nothing. That's where the SIM card goes. This SIM card already comes pre-installed. It has 16 gigabytes of onboard memory, but there's not a micro SD installed, but it does have the port for it. So some people will like that, some people won't. You have a higher capacity overall than most people. However, if you trade out phones a lot or like to take out your micro SD, you'll have to buy one for it. Put the battery back in and go through the boot sequence. If you hold the volume rocker down and hit power, it'll give you some other options to go into RSD, diag mode, and whatnot. It does feature a Tegra 2 processor running at 1 GHz. It is a dual core processor. Doesn't take that long to boot. It does feature a Moto Blur interface. And one of the things I like about the Moto Blur interface is that you can dismiss items on your standby or your status bar individually. So if you put a calendar event on there and you don't get around to things too quickly, you can just keep that up and dismiss everything else. And this is what I'm talking about. They'll pop up each individual notification, and then right there, like this one calendar event, you can just hit that button and get rid of it instead of clearing the whole thing. Actually installed some benchmarks on here, but we'll get to those in our benchmark comparison test with the Motorola Triumph and the Evo 3D. It is a really nice phone. It does have a unique shape to it. However, if you get a case, that might not be so apparent. The screen's good, has good contrast ratio. I think it's a little bit higher than our Evo 3D. But unfortunately, if you're going to try to put this on Cricket, you might have some problems. It might not be very easy to flash over. For more information on Cricket Wireless and other devices, please visit cricketusers.com and subscribe to our YouTube to see the latest things we're working on. And you can like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/cricketusers.